Hello. It feels like morning, but it's actually afternoon. As you can see outside, beautiful Washington D.C. The fall season is ending. We are almost in December, and just want to say welcome back to my videos, I guess, on my GoPro. Because when I do the GoPro videos, I do upload them, then that's it. I don't really do much. I don't follow up. I don't see who subscribed, who likes, who comment. I don't see those things. I don't even see the updates because I've been so busy. That's why I make these videos whenever I can. So I'm in the car driving. Yes, the road is closed. It's asking me the road is closed. Yes, it's still here. So I'm in a car driving to Walmart because I have one Walmart which is in Round of Maryland. It's where I go every time. There's other Walmarts around here. I believe there's Walmart in Georgia Avenue Northwest and somewhere in Washington DC. But I learned my lesson. DC is extremely busy. There's no parking, especially on weekends. And plus when I drive like this, I can just make a video as I'm driving, so not a big deal. So anyways, tomorrow I'm extremely busy. Like I have 2 events that I have to go to, and I have other things to do on top of that at the same time from 4 p.m. But one of the event is a men's group, and we're supposed to be doing like a retreat, like prayers meeting, and supposed to share some meals, get some food, help some people in the community. But I realized I don't have time. Yeah, it's closed, so I don't know. I have to turn, I guess, here. Yeah, I have to turn on this side. Then I think it's gonna reroute. Yeah, it's gonna reroute. So then so I have to get something to give. So I'm going to Walmart right now to get some food to give to some people tomorrow. To get some friends. So I won't be there, but I'm gonna show up tomorrow in the morning, drop off some meals, do some prayer. Then I have to go. Oh, they have a sign that says Howard University School of Divinity. I think divinity is like the religious stuff, like Bible stuff. But anyways, so I'm gonna go to Walmart to buy some food. They told me to buy some perishable, so like canned beans, bread. I wanted to make bread, the challah bread, and give it as a meal. But yesterday when I made it, didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna reconsider. Today I'm gonna also buy like a new flour. Then that this time, like instead of making something bigger, I make something smaller, then practice it over and over and over. I need to get used. I need to learn how to handle how to mix the yeast. I think the mistake was in the yeast. I made a video yesterday, a very long video. The yeast was not I think I used the warm water, so I boiled the water and on the heater, and I made a coffee. Then after that I also kind of made even more, and then I made and I used that water to mix the yeast. I added a little bit of warm, so I think that the water was too cold. When I used my hand to test it, I thought it was warmer, but it was actually hot. So but the yeast was rising, so I don't know what could have been the issue. Maybe I used too much flour. I don't know what happened that made the yeast made the flour not expand. Usually when it doesn't expand, it has to do with the yeast. Probably the yeast is dead or not good, or maybe I used a smaller yeast. I could have used maybe a bigger one. I don't know what happened. I just have an idea. But anyways, as I head over to Walmart, I just want to say today's on a weekend and it's November November 20th, 22nd. Yesterday was 21st, so then November 22nd. It's almost there. Next week is Thanksgiving. Then a week after that is going to be in December. Then just like that, we end the year. As I drive, I wanna comment on what's happening in Washington DC, because for the last few months or so, I've been kinda away from DC's comment. I have not commented on DC's situations. I haven't read the news at all. I haven't done anything, right? I've really been like very off on that, and that's because I've been doing research. So yesterday, when I was making bread, baking, I was also coding. I was coding my new data. Look at this vehicle over here. My new data so big. I was coding my new data analysis, trying to study the effects of education in OECD countries. I have to talk about this because I'll be presenting it anyway. I'll be talking about it. These are what dishwashers. I don't know if they're working. Beautiful. They're all so packed and wonderful. It's a lot of dishwasher. Also the cook as well. The machine. We should give this to people in Africa. They need them. They need a lot of. They don't have electricity, but that'll be cool. Anyways, so many countries that have education, like high quality education, are supposed to have high income, and high income is supposed to lead to better institutions, more democracy, and also they're supposed to have, like, that's the intuition. That's like the main intuition. Like, they're supposed to have democracy, good institutions, the rule of law. When I say rule of law, in my definition of rule of law is that's why when you say research, make sure you know what the person who did it, what they meant, right? Because this is me doing it. I cleaned the data. This is what I meant, okay? The rule of law is not like the government following the law. It's the people following the law. That's what I meant. Like, do people respect the law? Like, so I'm gonna give an example here. But so then if countries have high education, right? They're supposed to have low income. That's my main. That was my main testing. Does high education lead to lower inequality? Right. That was my main education. But then I have other things to test. That of course includes that includes the rule of law, and I wanna define the rule of law according to my main research. A rule of law is when a citizen is for the laws. Like, so examples is United States. USA has the best education, right? I will show this my statistics. I hope I'm going to make a video, presenting this. But in my phone is not good. Okay. In my research, I define rule of law as people who are able to follow or respect the rule of law of their given country or given economies. So the United States, for example, has last time I was a school. I was talking about people here in DC, doing bad things like committing crimes. I was watching a documentary yesterday about crimes in Baltimore, right? About the new mayor in Baltimore, like from 2020. So that is the definition of rule of law. And then my main question was, do countries with high education tend to have people follow the rule of law? Excuse me. So in the US, for example, the average person in the US has a high school degree, which is 12 years. Some countries in OECD countries, they have they have like 8 years of education, like Luxembourg, Latvia, Slovakia. You know, there was no Russia in there. I'm not sure why, but other countries, they have like 8 years of education, and they still and they have, some countries had low income. So I haven't done the statistics, I haven't done like the data. This is like me screening through the data to see like what's up, right? But I might include more countries. I might like expand it to like 100 and see, because if it's gonna be discrepancies. But you know, the one that I have, I think it's 38 countries. You can tell that the United States like stands out, like it, you know, even higher than Australia, Canada, you know, UK, and those countries. And people are more likely to be educated, but the income inequality is so much higher. It's like 30%. Now I want to talk about the income inequality as well. The income inequality, the way I measured it is that 100% means high income inequality, then 0% no income inequality at all. So every country has some kind of income inequality, unfortunately, from what I saw. And then, but some had, excuse me, very little. Okay, I'm gonna buy gas here. The gas is very cheap, so I'm gonna go. If you see cheap gas, go buy. I don't know if it's cash or if it's card. It's probably cash. Yeah, do you have cash? You pay less, I believe. I believe so. Let me go here and buy gas. Gasoline. Let me get gasoline. Let me buy gasoline. Let me buy gasoline. My vehicle sounds so bad. Something's cranking. It's gonna cost me so much money. Alright. So every time you get a chance, make sure you check out your car to see if your car, I need to clean the hood. If you get a chance, check out your car to make sure everything's great. So my battery is already shaking. One guy put it in there, but it looks great. Somebody texting me, but everything looks good. I haven't checked my oil engine for a long time. I don't know how good. Oh yeah. I need to check as I pump the gas. I need to check my oil engine. Make sure it's not bad, like really bad. Not too bad. And if you can see, yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta change it. The last one is right here. $40. 40 bucks. Oh no. See the cashier for your receipt. All right. Keep going, same journey. Keep going to Walmart. 400 miles. Nothing's exciting like when the vehicle has enough gas to take you wherever you're going. So let's keep going to Walmart. I still have time. I'm gonna get there. It's 1 a.m. Did you know that some countries you can get arrested for filming yourself while you don't know wearing a seatbelt? So it's actually, I don't know if they'll do that in the United States, but don't show yourself committing a crime by driving without a seatbelt. In Uganda, you need a seatbelt. Like Uganda, they don't follow the rules. I'm gonna get in. Can I get in? Can I get in? Can I get in? Oh, thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, amigas. Gas is cheap on all the locations. This location, the other location is this one over here too. Same price. It's what they call competition. Sometimes it's the same company, sometimes it's the same franchise, the same guy, some Indian guy. These people usually work in Qatar, usually Indian, so they all in the stores. So they talk to each other to what the price. These guys, these kids over here, I think they play baseball. They're always here like getting some money to sponsor their baseball. So what I was saying, guys, is that countries like United States, from my data, I see that US, despite having high education, people being more educated, the income is much sparse. Like people, the income inequality is much higher. Like not too extremely higher, but it's really high. Now, what I don't really know, I could not include African countries. I really mentioned this, that how, I know I live in Washington DC, and I feel like going to all these African embassies and knock on their door like, yeah, you guys gotta give me the data, because they don't give us the data, and it's kind of annoying, and it kind of makes me now feel really annoyed about this country, especially African countries, because if they don't have the data, I mean, countries like if it's like if it's like Palestine, or if it's like Iraq, Afghanistan, I understand that. But bro, this is like Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, like Ethiopia. Like these countries don't have. Okay, Ethiopia has wars, Sudan has war, but some countries that I just mentioned, they don't have war, they don't have conflicts. Yet their data is discrepancy. It's not consistent. I don't know. Like what's the problem? Like it's so easy to go out there and ask people to give you the information, right? Just ask people to give you the information. Just ask people to gather data. It should be the government's responsibility to have people register themselves, keep the records of the country. How are you even a president of a country that you don't know their data? How do you even run how do you run a country if you don't know your people, like the data of the people? How do I cannot imagine me right now being appointed as a CEO of a company, just a small company, if I don't know the data of my employees. Stupid, makes no sense. So anyway, I'm just like, I need to change the rain real quick before this guy comes over, because I gotta get over. All right, so from what I observed is that the countries that they have more education, they also have you can observe some income inequality as well. What else did I see? So I was describing the rule of law. So the rule of law would be like United States, USA, right, has a lot of educated people, right? The average person here has a high school degree, which is positive. Americans can read and write. That's a positive thing. So they're pretty good at it. You know, they are good. But then you have high crime rate. So why does crime so high if people are more educated? You know, the crime is the measure of the rule of law. Look at that guy. But don't you see that there's somebody parked on the side and you are speeding? What the hell? The rule of law, people don't follow the rule of law. Like this guy is speeding, right? Just as an example, people don't follow the rule of law in the United States and many countries that I've seen. Now, again, I'm not gonna say how it is in the poor countries or developing nations because, of course, they don't have data, so I can only do much. Okay, I cannot do much. But as far as I know, poor countries is probably the worst, right? Now, then I tested on the access to technology, right? Like smartphones and internet, and the good thing is that all countries have a good access to technology. You know, of course, the number drops as you go to Eastern Europe. So countries like Latvia, Slovakia, Lithuania. Those countries are that there is an observation of lack of access to technology. I gotta go over. Yeah, I'm talking too much. I almost missed the lane. Missed my lane. Lack of access to technology, which you know, I believe was one of the measure. Then I also measured the institution is. I can't quite remember what I measured the institution is. Yeah, like countries just doing the right thing, you know. It's hard to measure the quality of institution. Really, it's really hard. It's subjective, you know. Every country on its own. But that doesn't make me excuse the fact that these countries are stupid. They don't really gather the data. They don't have freedom of speech. They don't allow their nations to sort of, like, you know, their people to express themselves. I don't know, just coming up with some random stuff. But that was like the main testing. I have other testing as well that I need to test, but those were the main ones. Look at these flags. Again, like I said, sometimes construction is everywhere in Washington, DC Metro. Like I said, it's fascinating on how they have cameras here in this neighborhood. That's a good thing. It's fascinating on how you have, you know, this country may say, oh, we have the data, we just didn't find it. If you find it and then you combine with other data with other countries and you try to study, it's going to be like harder. And yes, there's reason for that. Like, for example, you cannot compare the GDP of Sudan to the GDP of, I don't know, maybe South Africa, or compare the GDP of Rwanda with the GDP of United States, you know, of USA. So they have to be. This is why my data is I'm still questioning if it's the right thing to do. You know, it's a good idea to follow statistical rules and you know, mathematical rules, but is it really ethical to treat all countries the same? There's a boring here. I should come here and do some boring. Is it really ethical to consider all countries as similar? Doesn't sound like it's a good thing. So I will be see what I can do. I want to check the data and make sure the data is good. Make sure it's you know, make sure it's just make sure that it's the right data that I'm using, that I'm not dragging other countries into making them look bad, you know. And the United States might not have the income inequality in the whole country. That could be another problem too. Like, does the US have income inequality in the entire nation, right? Because some areas probably they are okay than others. And how do you define income inequality in the United States? Is it by states, or is it by you know, cities, communities, counties? Where is no parking here? Communities, counties, or maybe some random, maybe is it individuals, is it corporations? Why is this guy backing up? Something is wrong. Oh, that guy, he wants to park. Okay, why is Walmart so busy? Black Friday is coming up. Oh, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, baby. That's why I did not really know that. I didn't know that was Thanksgiving. I was wondering, like, why is it so packed? Why is it so packed? Because it's Thanksgiving. Then in the coming, well, nobody's. In the coming weeks, in the coming 2 weeks, I will be presenting, of course, my research right now, and another research which talks about China as a venture capitalist, right, in AI, and how is China. Let me go, baby. Let me go, lady. Okay, I'm trying to find a parking, and I think, okay, what's this guy doing? My bad. I'm in the wrong way. My bad. Okay, I think I gotta keep going at this point. Doesn't seem like there is any parking anywhere in here. Or maybe I should, if I can go on that side. I don't mind walking. I just want to park in here. Oh, this is incoming traffic. Dang it. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, free parking here. Oh, no, this is for pickup. Oh. Thanksgiving is a business for all Americans, and the people who benefit the most is the stores, people who sell TVs. Can I park here, ladies? No, I don't think I'm gonna park here. I'm not gonna bother you guys. Okay, oh no. This guy, his car is so small that I couldn't see it. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Everybody's on taking the spot. Much better. Okay, very empty, very demure. All right, so I'm gonna just park here and go. There's also a cart that I can just grab. On Thanksgiving, sometimes there's no carts at all. So, all right, I will be right back in a few minutes. I'm gonna leave my GoPro in the car. I'm not taking it. Bye. Oh, wait a minute. The line is gonna be very long. I don't like this. But all right, ciao. All right, just finished shopping, and it's time to head back home. Anyways, it wasn't too bad after all. Make sure I'm not watching the camera and not watching in the back. Somebody's coming. Calm down. So I don't fall into a trap of watching the camera but not. Is that guy crossing, or is he just walking around? Anyway, guess. I'll go this way. Wait, you see that lady? She closed her whole mouth. She's Muslim. At first I thought she was a gangster. Did you see that? I need to go this way. The lady, she's a Muslim, and she closed her entire mouth. Like she's like one of those movie stars from the Hollywood who used to blow the shit up. So when you close your mouth in America, you're a gangster. But if it's your culture, like Muslims, to close your mouth, that's fine. You can cover your face. I just don't drive. That shit scares the shit out of me. I thought she was a gangster or something. And there's a guy in the back sitting, really, I thought he was kidnapped. It's funny. I don't know, like people who don't live in America, they think, oh, America is so racist. No, it's not. If you close your mouth and your face, in America, people use that for bad reason, right? People do stuff like that. They rob, they kidnap by covering their face. But some cultures, like Muslims, for instance, women cover their face as the culture. So the person who was driving was a woman, and she was covering herself with black scarf and everything. So I don't know if I filmed her properly, but and you're not supposed to film women in the Islam community, but you're in America, so expect to be on camera. Anyways, a couple things. If you go to Walmart to buy something, two things you should know. Number one, don't buy what you don't need. Always go with the plan. Okay, always buy what you need. Don't just buy anything. Think about what you're going to buy. Because I say this because when I walked to Walmart, right, there was a line crossing, so I couldn't like go you know, straight to where I was going, so I had to go around it, like cross around it. And that, because of the big line, I was exposed to big TVs and computers and, you know, stands. So I wanted to buy a TV because I like to have a big TV, because I have a small TV. So I was tempted to buy a big TV, but then I remembered, you know what, I'm not here to buy a TV, I'm here to buy perishable goods, non-perishable goods, right, to give out tomorrow for my friends to enjoy the celebrations. So I don't need to buy this kind of, actually I can stay in this lane, it's fine. I don't need to purchase TV, I don't need a computer, I don't need none of those things. And in my mind, when I said the TV, in my mind I was imagining like, oh, like, you know, like I need a TV in a sitting room, or like a chair, I need you know, like those things. But I don't have money right now. I don't have money to buy those things. Like I do, but that's not what I want to buy, you know. So that's one thing you should remember. Always when you go to Walmart, always buy what you meant to buy. Don't be tempted to buy something else. Number two, always do checkout. If you have what was supposed to be number two. Number two, if you are giving people food, if you are going to share food to other people, make sure you share food that you want to eat. Okay, when I was at Walmart, I was looking at all the foods I can buy, and I was like, nah, really, like, do we really want to have this food, my friends? A lot of, in America, if you don't even know the States, in America, cheap foods are junk, like really junk, like really bad. I used to go this way when I was living this side. Now I have to keep going this way. So when this guy is emerging, speed up or I speed up? She's on the phone. I know she's on the phone. So I have to speed up so she doesn't hit me. So when what can I say? What I was about to say, when you are going to buy food to share with other people, buy the food that you can eat. Like, I don't eat pork, So I wouldn't buy pork to my friends. You know, even if I know they eat it, I would not buy food for my. I wouldn't buy pork for my friends. It's just not. It's not something I would do. All right, unless they ask me to. Even if they do, I'll tell them like, why would you eat pork? Like, don't let me buy you pork, you know. Or why would you eat junk? I have families that eat. Like I have my family members who drink alcohol, right? But like liquor, not even wine, like liquor, like hard liquor, right? Very intense alcohol. Then I'm like, why would you drink alcohol? Like I wouldn't buy you that because I know it's bad. Wine is fine, but alcohol I would not buy to my friends, even my family. So when you're buying food, always buy food that you can consume to other people. Of course, like, you know, if someone else consumes cigarette and they buy me a cigarette, I'll be offended, you know. Or if someone else smokes weed and they buy me weed, I'll be offended. But it wouldn't be a bad thing, you know, if they assume, if they buy what they can eat, they buy it to me, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate the offer. If somebody says, you know, James, I thought about you, I like liquor, I bought some liquor, I'll be like, oh, I appreciate it, but I don't drink liquor. Like, you know, that makes sense. All right, so always buy what you eat, what you can consume, or buy what you think is the best for you, not for other people. Always think about yourself first. It's the American ways of imposing things to other people. Right, I like these kids over here. These kids, I film them. They ask for some donations, but I don't think I have money to give to them because I spent all the money at Walmart. But they play like hockey something, so they always ask for donations for hockey. Is it a hockey? I don't know what kind of game is that. The one they have a bat, but they throw the bat, right, and then they run. Those games, how do they call them? Hockey? No, it's not hockey. Hockey is the one you do the icy. I think it's called baseball. Yeah, these kids are baseball players. Yeah, baseball is an easy game, really. You just have to throw. Then if you catch it, you throw. If you hit it too high, then your friends will run and run and run. We used to play those games back in Africa just for fun. In America, it's like big games. Like it's like a big deal. People like go up there and they watch it. Like it's a big deal. It's kind of funny. But anyways, so as I was saying, if you're going to buy food, always buy food that you can always think about yourself first. Then think what's the best for you. Then if people, the reason why this is good is because if people don't like what you eat, you can ask them why, because you like it. If then they'll give you a reason. Like if somebody buy me a liquor and I say no, don't give me liquor, I don't drink liquor, that person will say, why don't you drink liquor? And I will say, okay, I don't think it's good. I think, you know, when I drink liquor I throw up, you know, I puke, then it gives my energy, you know, makes me feel really bad. It's not like I'm not anti-alcohol, just I don't like it. When I smoke, I cough, like really hard cough, and I get like sick. So those things have an impact. Now, somebody who smokes coughs. People who smoke, they get sick of a disease called I think it's called tuberculosis, TB. They get tuberculosis, some other diseases, and then so because if they smoke for the first time and they cough, they'll be like, oh, it's normal, it's fine. So they keep smoking. It's called the risk taking. They take risky, they keep smoking more and more, so they get used to it. For me, one time I tried, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. So just an example, all right. Weed makes you look retarded, like stupid. The way you speak, the words are lagging, and if you do it so many times, your DNA starts to act that way. You know, you can tell somebody is smoking weed how they speak. They're very lagging, you know, how they say things. Very slowish. The brain slows down, so not good. But why is that guy not moving? So when I was buying food, I moved down Walmart and I was like, they told me to buy non-perishable goods. Non-perishable goods are the goods that cannot be can't be consumed right away, that can be stored for a long time. So this can be things like beans, bread. Bread is perishable, but for long time, depends on what kind of bread you buy. Then of course you have bread, maybe some pies, those kind of things. Fruits last longer too as well. So then the thing is, non-perishable goods is the one that I don't eat, right? Like my fridge has fruits in it, the fruits, but has vegetables in it. It has what else do I have in the fridge? I don't have rice. I don't keep rice anymore. It's funny that I don't eat rice anymore, even though I like rice, but I shifted away from rice. I have chicken in there, some cheese, right? Those kind of things that are perishable, right? That's because I want to eat them right away. When you have non-perishable goods and you rely on them, you don't really think about what you eat. I also realized that I never thought about what I eat. Like I really never cared that much before. Not because I didn't have food. I grew up with food. I grew up in a abundance of food, my family. But just that I don't really like think. I never thought like, oh, this is what I should eat, But now I pay attention more, especially if you live in the United States. But anyways, that's all I wanted to share today. The third thing that I'm trying to remember that is not coming up in my mind. What can I say? I don't know what else I need to share about buying from Walmart. I think people buy TVs. Like I saw the guy with like a big TV with a picture on it for American ABC News picture with David Muro and the lady. Those two people, the lady and the guy, who are most popular on ABC News, breaking news all the time. So the guy bought it, and it has huge. It was like you couldn't even see in front of his, and he's a tall guy. He's like 5'6", he's like 5'9", and so the TV was like much taller than him. So that's how big it was. So Americans have to buy TVs every single year, and the reason it has to do with sports. Right? It has to do with sports, and it also has to do with like NFL. People watch out of an NFL sports. Other than that, that's what I got. Oh yeah, so go back to my earlier comment on my earlier research paper that I'm working on. I think that it's fascinating on how rich countries that have high education, they are the ones that have higher inequality. They also have, but they also have the higher lowest rule of law. They don't really, like, people don't follow the rule of law. US, for instance, has a very high crime in the communities, compared to like countries with less education. Not necessarily income, but less education. So, and the average person in America who has people commit to crimes in America are people who are actually who are educated. There are people who have high school degrees, masters, PhD, not PhD, not a masters, but other people that do bad things are mostly educated. I don't wanna drag in politics, but we all know, like, Jeff Epstein, whatever, when he was, I don't think it's raping, I think he was a predator, like sleeping with children, girls under the age of 18, right? And being so rich, financially stable, successful, instead of him doing the right thing, he was the one actually exploiting children. So it kind of tells you, like, a country having high education and having more money doesn't necessarily correlate to higher rule of law, right? People don't study for the rule of law, but that's because. But at the end of the day, I think we have, when it comes to quality institution, the quality of institution or institutional quality, these countries do better compared to like poor countries, because if there's another Jeff Epstein somewhere in Africa, somewhere in the Middle East, we will never know. We will never know, because we don't have data for finance. We don't have data for, we don't have the evidence, the record, whereby the United States does have an impressive amount of record. Like we know everybody, we know everybody who was involved in Jeff Epstein's files. Anybody who was involved in even in the celebrations for birthday parties, those kind of things, right? Like we know, like we are aware of those things. We don't get to see that. We don't get to see that in very poor developed countries, so countries with no data. So I'm gonna be seeing how this paper is gonna come out and how good it's going to be. Hopefully it's going to be a good paper, an impressive one, and one that I can maybe make a video about it and publish it on the internet, just to get an idea. I wanted to work for IMF, right? But I think what I'm doing right now, which is applied economics, it's like IMF already. It's like I'm doing what I should have done if I was at IMF. I'm already doing the research. I'm already doing the things that everybody's doing. Like I'm doing the real stuff. Like I'm putting the data, I'm putting out the data, the real data, cleaning it and analyzing it to see the discrepancies. So I'm about to get home. This is where I started my video earlier when I was coming, and I think it's time to also end the video from here. This video will be uploaded. I have 11% on my batteries. I'm gonna keep talking until the battery runs out. But if you see this video, make sure you check out other videos that I've made. I've been consistent uploading every single day, but because my videos got longer and longer over time, at some point I just can't upload a video like an hour and a half video in the same day. Like it's really difficult, and this is also means that like I don't have to edit. I don't edit. I don't do anything. I just upload everything. Everything is in there, I just upload. So if I was to edit, make it look good, it will take hours, like a week, because I'm so lazy when it comes to using computer. I'm not that good on the editing stuff. Also, I am so proud of ChatGPT that gave me the idea on how to fix my camera. So I want to give ChatGPT a credit, because I was frustrated watching videos on YouTube on how to set up my GoPro. Before I used to make a GoPro videos, and then they would come up really terrible, bad, big files that they wouldn't be uploaded in my computer. So GPT gave me an idea like this. I should set up this way, So I did that. That's simple, 1080 fp wider, and then like a simple video. And then whenever I go home and I watch my videos on the TV or on my computer, they are super high quality. So I am very excited, and I'm very happy that I can make these videos. So every day I need to upload. Okay. Other than that, I just want to say thanks for watching. I'm about to head home. My house is up there. Like always. See you. Ciao ciao. Bye bye.